Welcome to this episode of Shop for Good presented by Wells Fargo, where we take a little time to learn about nonprofits and the items on their wish lists and how we can send the things that they need to do their great work in the community. Jesse, thank you for joining me for this conversation.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now you're with Foster Care Closet. Tell me a little bit about the work.
I'd love to tell you. We at Foster Care Closet are passionate about restoring dignity to youth in crisis, changing the way they enter and experience foster care. We do this in two main ways. We provide new clothing for them to shop for themselves in a fun store shopping experience. And we also have pre-placement services where we can meet their physical needs in the hours between the removal from home and the placement in the new foster home. So those are key hours for those physical needs to get met, to kind of really change the way they experience that entry. In Omaha, youth in care can come and shop in their first 90 days of care for 5 new outfits: socks, shoes, underwear, outerwear, hygiene, comfort items, everything they would need to kind of start that fresh.
Now let's talk about some of those items. What are some of the things on your wish list? We'll link an Amazon wish list to this, but of course I think people can drop off to and connect with you that way. But what are some of those things and how are they used?
Yes. So our clothing is mainly purchased wholesale with our fundraising budget, but the things on our wish list are extra items that really just spark joy for these youth that we see. So we've got Squishmallows. The kids just fly for the Squishmallows. It's adorable. We've got backpacks, so they're not kind of stuck with their, that stereotype of the trash bag or whatever they can get their hands on. We have really special like hygiene products, something that won't irritate their skin, or maybe hair products, especially for teens, to really help them feel like themselves, feel like their best during these really challenging times in their lives. So these stuffies, these blankets, these are things that will just really make them feel cozy, have something of their own for these first nights while they're transitioning into care.
You have a favorite memory of a time in which the foster care really made a difference, the closet?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes the kids come in and they'll see the clothes we have. They'll come in all kinds of emotional states. They'll be crabby, they'll be anxious, which is totally understandable. But time after time, they just warm up and glow up as they see all these new things that are just for them. They'll say, "We got these pants from the TikTok that I saw," or, something silly and cute like that. They're like, "Where'd you get all this drip?" It's really sweet for these kids. They know what their peers have. They see the stuff that the other kids have, and it's really a joy for them to be able to have that comfort and confidence.
Now, if people want to support in other ways, what do you need? What can people do to help you carry on your mission?
Yes, thank you. So I mentioned our wholesale partnerships. When people give to us financially, we're able to stretch that dollar even more than if people were buying clothes themselves and donating them. So if people donate financially, we can provide this whole wardrobe for only $130. And I have kids, and it takes about $300 to get that stuff at my local Target.
For sure.
But we also are going to have volunteer opportunities coming up. In the beginning of the year, we're going to do a mobile closet in Omaha, which is where we fill up our donated school bus with everything the kids will need. And we set up that shopping experience for them there. And that will be for any youth in care, no matter how long, early in the year.